Welcome to Casual Crafting. I continue to build the Wing Gundam XXXG-01W Endless Waltz Edition. In the last few videos, I was building the accessories like the Buster Rifle and the shield of the Wing Gundam. And now I continue to finish out the accessories, which are the magazines of the Buster Rifle and a magazine holders. Well, let's get going. And here we go now. We have the, I guess, magazine holders of some kind. So it's two sets of roughly the same. Parts D and G. Right, and it's, well, get my trays out. What do we have here? Let's do G. Well, G4 and 3. What does it say? Well, I'm holding D actually. So let's do D first. So I have D, 21 and 22. I guess they're all the same, so they don't really say. I guess either one is fine. Are they really the same? Wait a minute. Oh yeah, they are the same. Okay, so let's cut them both out at the same time. These two pieces, 20 and 19. Not 1920, so let's set a half here. And G4 and 3. This is the G tray. 4 and 3. And that's, no, 3 and 4. What am I doing? Okay, so there we go. Snip, snip. 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 Alright. Well, I might as well cut the rest of the pieces out too, right? So there's D17 and 18 and G5 and 6. G17, 18, 5 and 6, so why not? Oh well, let's just cut the rest out. Oh, G17, 18, just these small parts, like here. Let's keep an hold on them so they don't fly off. And 5 and 6. 5 and 6. Alright, and let's do the parts touch-ups. I would like to invite you to support my channel by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. So this part's the connector nubs are really very similar to the actual part itself, so to be careful to actually cut off an actual part by accident. Alright, and that's the main cut up part, so just do some trimming. Yep, there's some excess plastic here. Sorry about the bad focusing on some of these parts, but we got really the main parts out. Those magazine things. Okay, how does this go? So we have in the instructions, we have really these parts here, right? Let's put them out here. So these go this way with the, whatever you call this thing, facing up, and we apparently need one of these first, and this, how do I see which side is facing up? Okay, I guess the, okay, this has 5 peggy things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the top, bottom has only 3, so this is the top side, and we need one of these things. And this thing, is this symmetrical? It is not. There's a thingy here which shows up in the instructions as towards the bottom. So this apparently goes in like this into the peg in the middle. I won't say in the middle, but this lower pegs here. So let's press them in. Not some pressing. So this one goes in fully. This side is not really going fully. Right? Let's press harder. Fingernail is flexing. Okay, anyway, so pressing on that one. So we're matching up the diagram, and I have a problem. I have it in the wrong way. This thing is supposed to be facing inwards. Oops, out we go again. Okay, let's flip out. So the jagged point goes downwards, inwards into this thing instead. Okay, let's put you in. Let's try again. Press you in this way. Well, actually, you know what? It does fit in actually easier. So there's apparently a slight difference between both halves, that one side goes in easier than the other. Okay, so let's take this guy and we put it over the top. Some good squeezing. Remove the gaps. This this gap is pretty persistent. It might require more Mr. Cement time just to make it look nice. Okay, so we have that there. Now let's try the other half. You just complete 14-1. So here we go. We have this thing again. 5 dots facing up. The jagged thing facing inwards, and we push this in. Okay, and again this goes over the top. Line up the pegs and give them all squeezes. Okay, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So one thing I guess is because the main contact points are at the top, the unsupported parts in between apparently just do not close up very nicely. Also, there's only so much you can press on these parts that come out, right? Without being concerned about pressing it too hard. So we got that, okay. What does this do? Oh, it's the other way around. So this way faces up. The jagged piece is here. Okay, I guess this peg hole probably goes over this thing. So let's give it a shot. Oh, and it lines up in the gaps in between. And yeah. Okay, and this has this slotted thingy goes over this slotted thingy here. So here we go, another piece similar over the peg everything, and I missed. There we go, into the grooves, everything is pressing in, and same here into the slot up there. There we go, and similarly, yep, there's some gaps on the other side which I may have to Mr. Cement that. But for now, I'll leave it as be. Okay, and apparently this one, I need to make 3 more of these each again. Right, remember these magazine thingies? I'm gonna make a... Oops, they're all rolling off. So I'm gonna make 3 more of them. Each shows total of 6 each, and that explains why in H I have those here. Alright, and well, I guess we could quickly do that right now. And there we go, this is going to feel like a mass production line And with that, we have tray H empty now, right? So we can put it aside too. So we start the magazine production line. Actually, these magazine parts are kind of slippery, right? A bit annoying to handle actually. Yikes! I gouged this one pretty bad. Oopsie. Production line error. Alright, we generally got all the magazine parts together now. And that's actually not take away this card so easily. Just double check to see if anything that obviously needs some touch up. Here still. These small bits are a bit difficult to handle. I probably should just go ahead with just filing. Just difficult to handle with the knife. Balance it there, hold it by the stem. Gently round off the edges. If I could use something like a Dremel to just move out these parts, that might be actually be much more convenient. But having said that, Dremels apparently are not good for this. The Dremel tends to, instead of just removing the excess plastic, tends to actually melt the plastic and actually cause actually damage the parts themselves, right? So using a Dremel to smooth out the parts is not recommended at all. Well, you know what? As I'm making these parts, I may as well just push them together as I do them. Second magazine. magazine 3, magazine 4, magazine 5, looks like the file is really getting lots of plastic particles on it, making the filing of these things get really dusty. Okay, and this is the last magazine. Let's keep that aside, and let's do some file maintenance. And that's the tub of water. That's the very sandy file, and there's more brushing off. Yeah, it appears that some of the parts of the file has, I guess, stuff kind of embedded in there already. But anyway, that's what the maintenance is for, to try to minimize clogging of the file itself, right? And there we go. And so we find ourselves that actually we are almost done, but we're not really fully done because we have 2 final parts to do. And that is the bottom, section 10 of the manual. Alright, in section 10, there are these like hip thingamajiggies, which you can do, right? So it's right up here, D1 and 2, right? I'm just going to support the part, make sure it doesn't fly off. And that's good with the D tray, with making sure it's fully empty. And oh no, there is something left in D. This I know is gonna be the beam saber, and the beam saber is actually covered in 15-2, but well, there's no biggie here. We just cut it out now because we know what it is. Beam saber 1, beam saber. A lot of models have more than one now, but hey, apparently you just need to stab someone once on the Wing Gundam. So looking at that, I don't see anything else. Sometimes you have the pilot figures in one of these white trays, but not this one. Okay, and then we have the A15 and 16, which is right here, 15 and 16, right? And there we go. That's the A tray, the multi-cut tray, is also empty. Let's put it to the side. And finish up these parts too. I've left some kind of edge there, but anyway. So when we trim down this beam saber, it's not be careful. We're not actually cutting off the peg for it to actually fit in the hand. Now that I think of it, okay, it looks like this beam saber just fits into a hand. What do you call it? Into a hand. Okay, looks like we are done with these bottom parts, and that should be a quick fit together, nothing too complex. The blue parts at the bottom, the white part with these indentations at the bottom faces down, and there's a 3 peg, and so we've got 3 female points, and then we just push them together. Also a kind of a snap sensation as they go in. And there we go. That's the bottom. And that should be generally all the parts of the Wing Gundam. Here you see all the parts of the Wing Gundam without the accessories, because I can't fit everything into the field of view. So what you have here, you can see the head, the shoulders, the arms, the main body, the legs, the waist, and what they call the bottom is just really just, I think, some waist flap accessories. And here you see all the accessories for the Wing Gundam. Quite clearly you can see the wings, the backpack that holds the wings together, these magazine holder thingies with 6 magazines, beam saber, the shield, and the buster rifle. Well, and the next thing we're going to do before we put it all together is stickers and decals. Well, let's see how that goes.